Hello everyone, I'm Lorenzo, and I was sent by the Pope. Yeah. As JC said, I'm heading our app ads team here for Google in the UK. And today I'm going to talk to you about how Google has come over the last year in app discovery and our strategy on how to reach more users at the right time, find more valuable users with less effort, and keep users coming back. But let's start with the reason why many of us are here today. Consumers and mobile. We live in a truly mobile-first world where at every second, billions of users are connected to their mobile devices. Mobile is the first thing we see in the morning, and is the last thing we access to at night before going to bed. People are experiencing mobile content in entirely new ways, and many of these new ways are thanks to apps. The average users unlock their phones 150 times a day, and over 80% of that time is spent in an app environment. Both the Google Play Store and the Apple App Store have reached tremendous scale with millions of apps downloaded every year, collectively generating an economic value north of $50 billion. That's billion with a B. That's a lot of people spending a lot of money in apps. So I know what that may sound like. Business is booming, so you just need to create a great app and everything will follow. Millions of people will download your app, they will be engaging with your app, they will be spending money in your app, telling their friends about how great is your app, and you can just skip through the park, sing the song, and don't worry. But I think you know that it's not always as easy as this. And while the way users discover and engage apps present tremendous opportunities, also creates some challenges. First, finding users at the right time is very difficult. At the time where they are in the right mindset, where they would be willing to install the app. Secondly, app developers and app marketers are still struggling to understand which channels perform best. It takes time and iteration to learn. And thirdly, let's be honest, it's very, very difficult to keep users coming back. Mobile users have more choice than ever before. And while that's a great thing for me as a user, there's a huge challenge for app developers. If somebody installs your app, it doesn't mean that they're going to stick out their phone every day and engage with your app. In our Q4 earnings call, our CEO Sundar Pichai, you may have heard this, has announced that Google has now 7 products with over 1 billion users. And having so many people accessing all of these products every day gives us tremendous business intelligence around user behavior and intent, including app promotion and in-app engagement. Google's scale and reach is astonishing. Volume is not an issue. We're woven into people's lives at a scale that it's incomparable. Users come to Google for all sorts of things, when they're looking for a new game to download, when they're searching for a restaurant to have lunch, or just browsing to YouTube to watch the latest video. We've been really, really thoughtful in understanding what are the right moments to surface app content, because we see these engagement that users do as moments that matter for them and moments where they're trying to solve their goal. And we have the opportunity to provide them with the right information to solve their tasks. We've put tremendous stride in app discovery, and in the last 12 months, we launched 2 big products: Search Ads and Play and Universal App Campaign. Let me very quickly remind you what these products are. Let's start with Search. So how do people discover new apps? Well, they search. And in fact, in a recent study that Tune has released, 7 out of 10 app downloads come after a search on the App Store. And we're also seeing the same trend in our own data, with a huge increase in apps seeking queries on search. So we launched Search Ads and Play because there's no better place than to surface your app right at the time where the user is looking for an app. And it was the perfect addition to our search offering, meeting intent right where it lives. But it doesn't end up here. We've lit up many more opportunities across Google.com, YouTube, and the Google Display Network. And we made it as simple as possible to reach users across those 150 times that they unlock their devices with minimal investment in setup. Last year, we announced that we were going to help app developers grow apps with the launch of Universal App Campaign. Universal App Campaign today uses Google's machine learning algorithm to maximize the number of installs that you can get for your daily budget at your target cost per install. Everyone loves UAC, small companies and big sophisticated ones, and they're all getting a great deal out of Universal App Campaigns. This is what HBO had to say about Universal App Campaign. They're seeing both value and efficiency in setup and execution. And think about how much more you can do in that extra hour and 45 minutes. That could be time you could be spending in improving your app, the user behavior, the user experience, and understanding also what's driving engagement. We don't want, instead of actually doing repetitive tool mastering marketing tools. So app promotion is working, and now more people are discovering apps on Google than ever before. We've doubled the number of app installs driven by ads, and we've reached 2 billion apps driven by Google. All right, that's great, that's the now, it's really exciting, but let's talk about the future and what's coming next. You know what's this? This is my deodorant, Breeze. I've been using Breeze since the age of 16. And of course, throughout the years, I've tried other deodorants, but I kept going back to them. It was such a great product. And when I moved here in the UK, I couldn't find it here. So I started buying loads of them every time I would go to Italy. And I think if you go in my bathroom, you would see in my cabinet, I have 20 bottles of this deodorant. I'm a lifetime customer for Breeze. And really, it's a great product. I'm very happy to anyone who's interested to offer a live demo of my armpit after this presentation. But that's the insight that led us in our next generation of product. But what matters is lifetime. Essentially, it's great that users install your app, but in order for your app to become successful, what really matters is engagement. At I/O, we have announced last month that we are expanding on the success of Universal App Campaigns with a slew of new features. And our vision for the future of Universal App Campaigns is to build a simple way for developers to find high-quality users across the largest pool of premium inventory. Let's analyze this vision statement by starting with the second half, the largest pool of premium inventory. We're not only an Android shop, and actually we were already helping app developers promote their iOS apps through our AdMob network. But now, given the success of Universal App Campaign, we're expanding this product to Google's iOS channels. And what that means is that you can now promote your iOS app across all of Google iOS app inventory with the same simplicity and power that you've learned to expect from the Android flavored one. Now let's look at the first half of that vision statement. A simple way to find high quality users. High quality users, finding them is a major pain point for app developers. 17% of users drive 85% of revenue. And those are the users that everyone wants to find. And you can probably do this today, but it's a very manual task. You have to create multiple campaigns across multiple channels, acquire the users, measure the lifetime value, understand what targeting options drove you to acquire the users, bid up, bid down, acquire again more users, measure lifetime value, and iterate. It's very, very hard. What if there was a way to acquire these 17% users from the get-go with no tweaking or twiddling of your marketing campaign? And this is what we've done. We've taught our machines to do this for you. The next generation of Universal App Campaign leverages Google's machine learning algorithm even more. So on top of maximizing the volume of installs, now you can identify specific events that drive engagement for your app and start maximizing the volume of those events or the value of those events. So essentially, historically, we've been tuning our models to drive volume. Now we're adding value. And because there are literally billions of possible combinations of signals and insights around user intent and behavior, we're going to be using machine learning to do this for you. So whether your KPI is to maximize the number of installs or to maximize the number of valuable events or to increase the value of these events, Universal App Campaign can build and optimize this for you. Peak Games has tried an early version of this product on display, and after realizing that all of the users that were reaching level 5 were more likely to turn into paying users, they created an event, reaching level 5, as their optimization goal. And by optimizing towards this goal, they achieved impressive results. They started turning new users into paying users at a 10x higher rate, lowering their cost per install by 66% compared to campaigns that were not optimizing towards this event. And that's what we're doing with Universal App Campaign. We're applying the same technology across all of Google properties. We'll join your conversion data with our signals and our machine intelligence to find more of those valuable events. And the great thing about this is that you are in control. You define what are the valuable events that drive engagement and lifetime value for your app. Every business will have a different definition of value that is unique for them. For example, for Uber, it would be to take the first cab ride. For HBO, it would be to start a subscription. So the question that we want you to all be thinking right now is what's going to move the needle for your business? We're particularly excited about Firebase. You may have heard already from the previous presentation. We announced this at I/O last month. And part of Firebase is Firebase Analytics. It's our analytics platform built for apps from the ground up. And one of the great things of Firebase is that it is free and it's seamlessly integrated with AdWords and other 20 third-party ad networks to allow you to do exactly this. So for all developers that are interested in optimizing towards valuable events such as reaching level 5 of a game or taking a first cab ride, we've made it easier than ever to do this. And there are even some pre-built in-app engagement actions that you can take advantage of. So how will this all work? We think of the new era of app discovery, that it starts with understanding the user behavior and what drives engagement for your app, and then it lets machine take over. By using Google machine learning algorithm, we're able to optimize towards this event by using, of course, also all of Google's signals. Let me explain a bit more how this works in detail. You've probably all heard about DeepMind and AlphaGo, who were able to beat the greatest human player of all time at a game that is so complex that there are more board configurations than atoms in the universe. We use the same underlying technology to process user and contextual signals to find installs and now also valuable events. This is the power of automation. It's the power of machine learning and Google's algorithm. It's almost as easy to say, okay, Google, help me promote my app and help me drive my app business. No one has so many signals than Google, but it's not only about the signals about what a user wants to do. Here, what's really, really important is the power of machine learning and Google's algorithm that we are making, tweaking and building these tools to help you drive engagement. Universal App Campaigns automates bidding, it automates targeting, and it automates creative generation to help you achieve your marketing goal. And our models operate in real time, optimizing by countless signals, impression per impression, learning and adjusting. And what that means is that they will always be based on the latest and freshest and most relevant data. So we're really excited about the version 1 of Universal App Campaign and Search Ads in Play that has allowed to maximize the number of installs. But now we're even more excited about the future, where we'll be able, through machine learning and Google's algorithm, to help you drive valuable events that will help you move the needle for your business. Thank you.